Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Harsha Purasinghe, the CEO of Microimage.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to HCM Connect 2013. Now, unlike last year, this year is very special. I must say I'm super excited to be here tonight because tonight we are going to experience social. And it's going to be a very social evening. After a decade, this is the picture. When we started, nobody believed in us, nobody wanted to buy from us. But now, we are the leader without any argument when it comes to HR technology. So we have a very large clientele across 9 countries now, and we are growing. It's really appropriate to recognize our partner in Maldives. I don't think there's any better event than this to recognize him. Thanks. This year we thought it would be appropriate to share a very interesting company who has really reaped benefits out of HCM and have done wonders with it using a managed service instance. Now, this company is very special. The reason being, they are also a technology company. They are a very well-renowned technology company in the ICT industry of Sri Lanka. So when they picked our product, it was a great endorsement for us. So today, I'm pleased to introduce 99X technology, which doesn't need any introduction to the ICT industry of Sri Lanka. They are a leading product engineering service company, ISO 9001-2008 CMMI certified. They have won many awards in the past. They have excellent corporate culture, and the company is driven by a very well-known celebrity ICT CEO. Entire industry knows him. He doesn't need any introduction. So I have the most pleasure in inviting him to share his case study tonight. Mano Sekaram from 99X.
Thanks, Harsha. It's so nice to be here. I'm on mic. Yeah, thank you. And thanks for those lovely words, right? I've been on the stage selling myself, so I have someone selling for us. So this is so nice to hear those words. Okay, what I'm going to do tonight this evening is to give you a short case study of how we have implemented HCM and what business benefits we have driven through this. You know, it's only a 10 minutes case, so I'm not going to go through everything what we have achieved, but I just want to take a few salient points of how we have used this system in order to achieve our business goals. I personally am not an HR practitioner, so I will speak more in terms of how we have benefited as a business and how we use this system in order to be very competitive in our marketplace. So Harsha has spoken about our company, but I just want to position. We consider ourselves as a high-end, high-quality software company, and we compete in the European market. So it's a very tough market to compete because quality is everything, predictability is everything, and you have to constantly innovate. And the difference which makes us better than anyone else is how we manage talent. How do we attract? How do we retain talent? Because we're in the knowledge economy. It's all about selling ideas, selling software, selling services. So it's a very demanding industry. It's a very, very competitive industry. And that's one of the reasons for us, HR and HR practice is such an important part of our business. So one thing, I just want to put this slide up. The challenge for us is how do we manage talent, and how have we taken talent management over a period of time? It's not overnight we got up and said, look, we have to manage talent, or we have to put things in place, but we have taken it step by step. I'll try to explain to you. So in the initial part for us, employee was an expense just like anyone else. We had a lot of manual operation, and it was accounting based. That's the way we viewed. As we went, it became a resources. We had spreadsheet, and it was very task oriented. Then I think the revolution started when we started implementing our first generation of HR system. It was a silo, but where we brought processes, where we had an HR manager, and then starting to manage people from a proactive places. But today, we see our employees as partners, and it's so important to our business. And everything what we do is today has to be quantified. We are a mature company, so all decision making is based on quantified measures and quantified thing, because that's the way the world is operating. And then for us, so it's such an important thing for us to quantify. But no longer we can have systems which are disparity. We need to integrate all these systems. And then that's where we are currently. So 12 months ago, we looked around the world and we said we need to have a world-class HR system in order to integrate our entire business process and take a company to our next level. And we went through a process. We looked at systems all over the world, and then we are very happy to select. Though I know Harsha, but the decision was purely based on merit, and then we started implementing. It was a 12-month project because we needed to migrate and set processes and functionality in place. So today we have rolled out, it is fully implemented, and we have successfully switched over. And what I'm happy to say is it really meets our business requirements. And then that is fundamentally important for us, that it meets our business requirements and that we are able to take it to the next generation. Now, we have challenges in our industry. One of our biggest challenge is how do we manage people who are smarter than us. Most of my employees, their IQ is higher than me. They're very smart guys, right? And how do we manage? And that is common in all our industries. Sanjay is there. He will also endorse. I don't know how many people are more smarter than you, Sanjay, in your company, but at least in my company, I would say 50% of my guys are much smarter than me. So this is one of the biggest challenge. And these guys also, they're so smart. They know what is a carrot and they know what is a stick. So all these HR systems, what we try to implement to manage them, has this thing. So we need to constantly, and they're spoiled brats. I hope none of my employees are here, but they're quite spoiled because they come from the top universities. You know, the IT industry is booming, right? And this is one of the biggest challenge we have. One of the biggest challenge. So any system we introduce in order to get information can be viewed differently because it's just about openness, it's about trust. But we need this fundamental information for us to run our business from a measured point of view, quantified information where we can make very good decision for us to take our company forward. So I'll talk about one challenge we had. How do we link productivity and performance of employees into their data and drive business goals? And this was our biggest challenge, right? So we set up with Harsha and his team. So everyone who walks into our company is biometric. So we have biometrics. All the information is captured. When he goes out, blah, blah, blah. Everything is captured. So we know in and out. So, and then that goes to our HR system. And we have a very good view who is in, who is out, how many hours they worked, and etc. And the leave process is just automated. If you're at home, you're there. Your supervisor tells you he's at home, you're on a training, everything gets automated. So it's very seamless. There's no pain of filling forms and etc. Everything is beautifully automated. Now we take this to the next level. For us in our industry, we use Jira, which is our time tracking system, which we report our different times. And this is the heart of our operational system. So what we did was we integrated the Jira time system and HCM as our next generation information systems or business intelligence dashboard for us to get the required business result or the business information what we require. So we are able to get information like this. This is one thing. This is not to monitor people, but these are fundamentally important information for us to know, because we are a consulting company. We sell knowledge services. And we need to know our capacity. We need to know how many hours we have and what we sell and where are these hours going in us to be productive. And then we are able to generate dashboards and information of everything what we do, right? So we know all employees, yes, this is how much they're spending towards customers, this is what they do with their personal time, or this is what they do with their leave, and this is what they run their initiatives. And we are able to have all these distributed and given down to the employees as well as an organization. So when we have to make decisions, when we have to say how much of time and effort we are spending in process work, and what is the effectiveness it has in business, and how do we predict the future, we're able to have this information. So for us, this is, it's been really a revolution to bring these systems together and generate information which will take our company to the next level. So all these information are cascaded and then brought into management information. And then if we see the business results of it, we are almost in the 80s, 85% in terms of our billing and out. So we are saying we are only 14% rework or waste, which is very, very high. So in order for us to do even performance tuning within our business, how much are we delivering and where we are making it make. So this is what happens when you're a very high mature company and you want to take and you want, then the next step is that you want to push innovation. It's so important because we want to know, right, the amount of effort we put must relate to the line of codes we write or the amount of functionality we bring in. And once you come to that threshold, then we have to use innovation to make it better. So that's basically from what we have achieved through HCM. And I think the message, one single message I want to give you this evening is we need to think, as business leaders, we need to think beyond HR system and integrate operational systems, and that is what our experience is, right? Because I think this gives us good predictable information to plan ourselves for our future. Finally, thank you, and I am really honored that we have this partnership with HCM. We believe we are a world-class company, and I'm very delighted to say it is a world-class product, and I 100% agree that it'll take us to the next level of our companies where we want to go. Thank you very much.
Now I would like to talk about some of the technology shifts that are happening and how HR is evolving. So people from the IT industry knows the big drivers these days. We talk about buzzwords, I would say. Mobile computing, cloud computing, social technology, big data, analytics. These are the big drivers these days in the technology space. And mind you, all these technologies are going to make huge impact to all our organizations, whether we like it or not. It's going to transform our companies into a different era. So we at Microimage started thinking, what's the kind of impact cloud computing going to make for HR systems? How can you deliver services using all these smartphones and gadgets that are emerging? So then we really went to drawing board again and started looking at the entire product stack. And when we did that, we found the sweet spot, which we need to really focus on and try to disrupt and bring in social, which is the old traditional performance review system. So we thought it would be really cool to redefine performance management. Now, why I am saying this? Let me share some of the present performance review challenges. I think it's no argument. We know how most of our companies practice HR process. It's an annual PR process. I would say it's a really, really boring PR process. People even don't know towards the end of the day what their goals and what they have achieved. They set certain goals at the beginning. That's not what they were doing towards the end of the year. So that's how it is. Then it's completely disengaged with the corporate goals. Poor feedback. You have to wait till 12 months to get your feedback, or 6 months. If you are lucky, you can get it in a month's time or quarterly. There's no way to instantly recognize people. People love to have recognition. There's no way to do that. No collaboration. Most of the times, performance reviews are two ways, like your boss and you. People don't collaborate. There's no visibility. People all the way down there doesn't know, there's no visibility to the top. Then comes the millennials, the Y generation of people who have invaded our organization. Even Microimage has number of millennials. I'm going to put a millennial on stage tonight. So this is a generation who has grown up with technology. They are social media addicts. They love their smartphones, and they hate all these old-fashioned review systems. So we thought it would be really cool to completely reinvent performance management, completely different way. So today, tonight, we are redefining performance management. We are taking human resource technology to the social era. We are going to equip all your organizations with the kind of tools that is required to manage millennials and generations to come. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have the most pleasure in introducing our first ever attempt on social integration, our first truly global product, Microimage Works Swiftly. So thank you very much. So Work Swiftly is going to transform your workplace completely. People are going to collaborate. People are going to work together. They are going to instantly get recognition, feedback, and imagine they are going to have fun whilst they are achieving their goals, where all of a sudden, all the way to the top, get visibility. Not only that, the important message is the performance review process is not going to be an annual affair or a biannual affair or a quarterly affair with Work Swiftly. It's going to be a day-to-day regular exercise. So I can't hardly wait to demonstrate. We are going to do a preview. The product is still in beta, but we would love to preview this product. So to help me with this demo, I would like to ask Suren, who is head of HCM business, to join. Suren, are you ready? So when you type www.workswiftly.com, this is the screen you are getting. As you can see, there's no menus. All you have is a login and a request for an invite. You will get to know very soon when the public beta is going to come out. Pretty soon it will come out. I'll be making that announcement. So for the moment, all you can do is request an invite, but we are going to preview today. But before Suren logins, so we have limited time. So what we have created is a hypothetical organization, and we are going to feature the global sales division and show you how people truly collaborate and achieve things in that company, and how people get instantly recognized, how easy towards the end of the year to evaluate people and give ratings. So we are going to log in as Peter, who is the head of global sales for this company. So Suren, shall you log in? So when you log in, this is the kind of simple, beautiful, intuitive screen that you are going to get. The first thing you will see is a social feed. All the feedbacks people are getting from all the other team members, well as all the other groups that you belong to. I am going to talk about groups later. Then you have this dashboard which shows total goals that you have, how many completed, how many pending, how many in progress. Then you have the top menu. Then on your left-hand side, you see 3 icons. The first one is basically all the team requests which comes for acceptance, team requests and group requests. The next one is all the feedbacks which are given to goals. And the last one is all the notifications related to goal revisions, goal progress, progress updates, everything. Now, Suren, why don't we go inside and explore the goals? So first thing Peter does is just go and click My Goals. Then it will nicely show the kind of goals that has been given to Peter by his superior, who is Adam Johnson in this case, who is the CEO of the company. So Kevin reports to Peter, and Kevin is the regional head for Asia Pacific. So when Kevin logs into the system, Kevin sees his feed and all the social interactions with his team plus the groups that he belongs to. It's nicely organized. So let's go to Kevin's goals. Now, you must have noticed, let's go back to the home screen, please. On the right-hand side, you see, rather the left-hand side on this instance, the team, Kevin's team. So you can even go and add more team members easily from there, or you can directly go and add goals for them. So let's see, rather than doing a direct goal, how Kevin cascade down the goal further. Now, let's say Doris closes another $2 million deal. So what she does is, she goes and do a progress update. So when you do that, it pops up for a progress update like this in a pop-up window. So this is very, very interesting. Here you can go and update what's the respective update is about. What is this achievement is about. You can say, yay, I closed a $2 million telecom deal in such and such a company. And share with either with your team, or you have the option of sharing with anybody you wish. So this is where the group concept comes in, where you can create groups. You can create a group called, say, leadership, where all the leadership team members in it. So if you share it with the leadership, in this case, Suren has put global sales. So when you do this progress update, this update becomes visible to all the people in the global sales, that particular group, where they can come and give their feedbacks and comments. And the last icon, so let's take this achieve a sales target of $40 million. So when you click that last feedback icon, you will see all the feedback that has been given by various people. I like to show this My Goal distribution also, the top level thing. So when you click the My Goal distribution, it gives the snapshot view of all the goals and how it's been distributed and how it's been cascaded down. So visually you can see what's going on with the goals. Apart from this, we have brought in analytics. So your company, management can visually see what's going on, who is achieving what, and we are building some really cool analytics around this product. So when we build this product, we showcased this product recently to one of our consulting companies, which we partner for various interesting engagements. Now, the other thing is Microimage is a very, very focused company. We focus in building great HR technology. We don't do HR outsourcing and this and that, everything under the sun. So for that, we work with partners who have specialized in those areas. So when we spoke to Vidusha, whom we featured last year, and showcased this product, he loved it. And he, in fact, his team wants to use this product as well. So I have the pleasure in inviting Vidusha Nathavitarana, cheerleader of Hi-Fi Consulting.
Good evening. I generally hate getting up on stage, and this is probably the first time in my life that I actually sat up in front. So 2 firsts for one evening. Thank you very much for having me here, and I sincerely hope I'm able to do justice for such an august audience. And should HR actually for once sit down and ask the question, have these young guys something to offer that is fundamentally different to what we have to offer. And probably eat the humble pie of saying maybe they are smarter. And therefore the rule book should change. So one of the great benefits that I see in something as disruptively awesome as this is the fact that you can speak to them at least on a common platform. If you really want to change things, you really have to change the way we look at things. And if not, nothing changes. So fundamental shifts are required. Now the point is, you need to ask the question, can you actually make use of it for your own good as well? Because people are going to do it anyway. Now, I'm not for a moment promoting that we open up all the stops and turn around and say, all right, any form of social media, go ahead, and organization time is there for you to do that. I mean, can we fundamentally look at the way that we use social media, and can we honestly make something out of it where it makes it fun and you can perform at the same time? And I honestly do believe that you're at the cusp of both of those two worlds merging. And I do think this is the way forward. So when you go back today and when you go back to work tomorrow, ask yourself the question, should we change? Before we actually asked the Gen Y. Because you know what? My gen is done. And it's on the way out. I hate saying it, but that kind of is the reality. We are done. The question we should be asking is, what is the legacy we leave behind for the generation yet to come? Thank you very much.
Now, I must say there are no similar products in this market. I don't think there's a similar product even built even in this region. So that's the story about Work Swiftly tonight. I hope you really enjoy. Now, people who have used our products know we have a very comprehensive end-to-end HCM solution, which we can compete with the best products in the world. Now, we are a company who has really pioneered multi-channel employee service delivery. Then we progress further and we introduced probably the first SMS-based self-service, which was pretty cool at that time. And we introduced mobile apps last year. We introduced native apps for iOS, Android, and BlackBerry. Now this year, we want to introduce something new to extend our multi-channel service delivery. So I have the most pleasure in inviting Shazmin Hilmi from HCM Business Team to talk about our latest product.
Thank you, Harsha. Hello, everybody. A very good evening to you all. And I hope all of you all are enjoying the evening so far with the kind of cool things you all saw. Okay, so moving on, talking about the multi-channel service delivery, I'm sure there are so many of our customers here, and most of you all know about the multi-channel service delivery Microimage HCM offers. In fact, we are a company who have really excelled in this area, and so far for employee self-services, we have offered it through the web, the kiosk. And like Harsha was saying, last year we unveiled all the native applications for all the smartphones, from BlackBerry to iOS to Androids. And in fact, we have the native applications for tablets and iPads as well. So this year we are pleased to introduce the Windows 8 Metro app for employee self-services. In fact, we came up with this application even before Windows 8 was officially launched, and we came up with a native application so that when Windows 8 actually hits your desktop, we want to make sure that we are also there. And Suren, can we log into the system? Yeah, so Suren is logging in as a user. And when you log in, you can see a very attractive home screen with a lot of widgets, very colorful, and you can actually slide and see these informations. And if you go to the right-hand corner of the screen, you can see this things to do box, which gives all the things which are pending at your end. And if you further slide towards the center of the screen, you can see certain other colorful widgets giving key HR indicators. And you can always personalize these widgets by just a matter of going and clicking the widget basket on top and adding or removing these widgets, and personalizing in such a way that when you log in, how you'd like to see the information on your home screen. And if you further slide, you can even see things like the company news being published on the home screen. And Suren, can we also go and see the employees timeline? Yeah, so this area you can see all the employees' movements, the dynamics throughout the company, the organization, his career path. So let's also go and see the request part. Can we show a sample request, a leave request? Yeah. So when an employee logs in, they can see a very simple, neat, and attractive home screen to apply for leave, and it will give all the information. And when it comes to approvals, let's go and see how this leave application form goes to a line manager for approval. So for the line manager also, it gives a very attractive leave application form waiting for approval with all the information nicely aligned. And when it comes to approving, it gives these large icons. It's just a matter of ticking those icons to approve or reject. So then can we go and show how these live updates keep switching in the active tiles? So you can see the live updates keep switching on your desktop in the active tiles, whatever is there in the Metro app. So I hope you like the Windows 8 Metro app for employee self-services.
Now I would like to share a very interesting case study. A company which use all this multi-channel service delivery. They have used the kiosk. Why I say this is a global deployment was this was a very challenging project for our team, because they have operations in 16 countries. We have to deploy our enterprise product in Sri Lanka, India, and Bangladesh. Now when it comes to India, the payroll is one of the most complex ever in the world. But imagine we successfully handle it, and they are live for more than 3 years now. I am so proud to say 6 years ago, we engineered one of the best payroll platforms probably in the world. Our payroll not only can, in a single instance, our payroll platform can process employees across multiple countries, multiple industries, different complexities in a single instance. So I have the pleasure in inviting Asita Jayatunga, who is Head of Group Human Resources for Expo Lanka Holdings. Asita.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to share our experience, in particular our partnership with Microimage. Just a little background to the whole implementation. You saw some details about our company. We have a 3,000 strong workforce spanning across 16 countries. And in 2005, we started consolidating our businesses. We wanted to bring in processes because it was a family-driven company. And the subsidiaries, it's a group of companies, 4 sectors, 73 companies now. Microimage HCM came in. We were looking at HR, we were looking at initially some of the basic functions to automate in order to achieve standardization, to bring in transparency, and also to bring in efficiencies that are necessary. And we initially started with just getting the Sri Lankan business in order. We used the Microimage Profile Manager first to put all the data in, and then we rolled out the leave and attendance, because when it is so diverse, the practices, the level of approvals also vary. So there were a lot of customization and flexibility that needed to be built in, especially in the Sri Lankan operation. So that is where we found it quite easy to work with the Microimage product, where it enabled and it gave us that freedom to practice that flexibility. Because in our change process, we didn't want to make it a big bang change. We wanted to make it a gradual change. Microimage, I'm happy to say, working with them was a great pleasure, where we managed to get that level of support, the flexibility that was needed, sometimes on a request in short notice, and also when we had a dire need, they were there to really support us and see it through. And it has been a wonderful journey with Microimage, and we have always enjoyed the different innovations what they brought about during this journey.
In fact, we have come to the last segment of the night. So I have the most pleasure in inviting Suren Rupasinghe, who heads the HCM business, to share what we have done on the analytics front. Suren.
So now my topic is about analytics. We were really thrilled when we were showcasing this stuff. But more than anything, for me and for us, I mean, we have seen people really using this. So we are very proud that we have created tools which people can really benefit out of it, and which people really use. I mean, you saw Mano, like, the things that which he has done with the information from our systems. It's really cool. So today, I'm going to announce another new addition to our analytics. And we saw the potential of having powerful analytics inside our system, how it benefits the day-to-day operation, what else we could do for you. And at the end of every year, we have seen all our HR professionals put a lot of effort in preparing this thing called annual HR report. Now, having a very comprehensive HR platform, we thought, why not we help you in a bigger way to prepare this stuff. So today, I'm going to announce the new addition to our HCM Analytics, HR Insights. Now, to do a live demo of this one, or rather to show you what it is, Susit is going to help me on the live demonstration. So let's go directly to HCM Analytics and Insight. Susit, since the screen is not in a landscape mode, shall we load it in a different tab? All right. Okay. So on the HCM Insights, all what you need to do is select the press view, and it's processing. Voila. It's a nice one report which gives you all the information that you need. So, I mean, to get this stuff, I know that you spend a lot of time. I can see a lot of smiley faces. Yeah, that itself tells, like, the effort that you put to, prepare this stuff. So, shall we scroll down a little bit, Susit? Okay, then the people-related costs down. So you can see, like, the category-wise cost distribution, and then, of course, department-wise cost distribution, and then the cost breakup. So, like, we have done all the slicing the way you really want. I mean, the report is very lengthy, and then, the time is also running out. So I'm not going to, run through each and every area. We'll just, scroll down and see the areas that we have. Attracting people, which is related to recruitment, and then, of course, learning management, absenteeism analysis, overtime. I mean, we have pretty much covered all the areas that you need. And then, of course, you can export this stuff to Excel as well, because I mean, no matter how we prepare this, I know that at the end of the day you need to put your own formulas also into this report. So of course it's simple as export into Excel and then do the rest of it.
So we have come to an end. I hope you all enjoyed what you saw tonight. Because of your great feedback, HCM Connect has now become Sri Lanka's #1 HR technology showcase. I don't think there's a similar event done by anybody. Of course, there are many conferences, but no single company has packaged innovations together in the space of human resource. And we are going to grow. So thank you very much. Now we all can have the real social experience with Hilton Hospitality and the cocktails. And I would like to see you all at HCM Connect 2014. So thank you very much and have a great evening.